basis for Nigeria challenges and crises. We know that we Africans, Nigerians, we have been long history of exploitation and oppression. Nothing has changed from the day they came in and gave us that fake independence. They were in the background looking at us as if, why are these people happy? They don't even know. They don't even know that the Ebu music has changed and they're here clapping. We know that they destroyed the stability of the country with coups and counter coups that they funded by themselves. If they don't like the government, they make things happen. They make things disappear and people suffer. They have created so much political instability due to electoral malpractices and corruption. They will even tell us that they will bring us a computerized account. And we know that even gives them easy access because with computerized count, one button will change the outcome of everything. Then we have leadership serving the interests of external colonizers because they are there to make sure that the business, that's why we keep reminding you guys, Nigeria is a business enterprise. So the people that call themselves leaders are the ones, leading the companies. But you can tell that they're so stupid because when you're working in a company that is not working, any reasonable person would like to make a change.
Exactly.
So their stupid leadership have left millions of people trapped in a cycle of hardship and inequality. Then there's, of course, the agitation across Nigeria for freedom, democracy, and sovereignty, because our people are wonderful people. They want to do more. They are smart. They are capable. Right now I'm in a random place. You will not believe where I am. But there are two of our people here. We have people coming from all over the world. We are capable of doing the undoable. But because we are trapped in a place where we are not allowed, like Brother Tony will say, it's an incinerator for
talents and dreams.
Talent and dream will not allow you to move forward. As if that's not bad enough. The northern part, there is jihadist insurgency going on. People are being killed. Our Hausas, brothers and sisters are being destroyed in the name of jihad.
Jihad. Yes.
Jihad, or jihad. So, and then when you go to the northeast, you see there is increasing violence from Islamic terrorism. And then the foreign animal herder killing indigenes. They are taking over the land, displacing the people that owns the land, and actually renaming the land to their own. And this has happened way past in the history before. If nothing is not done in the next 20 years, that place will actually look like their own land. They will insist on grazing rights on the land that do not belong to them in the name of federal government of Nigeria. Because every time they come out on TV, they remind us that as long as we are in that place called Nigeria, as long as we're in one Nigeria, that they own you, own your stomach, own your private part, they own everything. They can do as they wish. And then when you look at the Northwest, there is a widespread and large-scale criminal banditry and kidnapping. Are they doing anything about it? No. You pray to God. You fast and pray. You go and see your pastor, give him money so he can give you oil, olive oil, as if olive oil is going to prevent a hungry man from coming to appear.
Why the pastor is in bulletproof cow?
Why the pastor is... Yeah, you will go and see him before you leave town so he can give you olive oil and pray for you and lay hands on you. The same hand he's using to put in the private part of the children that goes to his church, he will use it and lay oil on your head. And you think you'll be protected. And then when we go to the Niger Delta area, they are controlling the resources. The federal government has 97%, while the indigenous people have 3%. They are not doing anything but destroying our land. And then we look at the $140 million naira palliative politicians. People got 8,000 naira. Look at me, who gave me pounds? People got 8,000 K, which is 8,000 naira a family. Politicians got 140 million each. Just do the math. Even if you don't have elementary school education, you know that you've been cheated, you've been punked.
Terrible.
Punked out of your resources. As if that's not bad enough, they are spilling oil everywhere at damaging places. Children are now being born with the defect, which you don't see in our land. As if we have the resources to take care of them. And they keep reminding us, like I said earlier, that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to them in Jigawa. So everything belongs to them. They will sell their gold, they will keep the money. They will sell the oil, they will keep the money. They will sell the diamond, they will keep the money. Everything they will keep. They are not even using it to help the people. They're not even using it to help the people around them. And then we know that the unitary system took away our assets. It took away what belongs to us and put our name there down in their so-called constitution and say, we the people. We the people that never happened. Pointing guns at people's head. We know that non-state actors and individuals now have private security outfit to bully others. It's only in Africa, especially in Nigeria, that it's okay for a senator or a politician to carry around 50 cars as if he's God. And it's okay while people are suffering. You're driving all this entourage and people are there waving their hands, hungry people waving their hands, and you think that you're invincible. Former state security agencies, they are all compromised. The police are so compromised, they are not well trained, they are not well paid, they are not well anything. So now they become part of the criminality that we are worried about. You give them a gun, you're not paying them, they are very, very likely to give that gun to someone who will put it to good use if they don't have the stomach to do it themselves. Then there's a 40 billion that was given to buy bulletproof vehicles to protect our so-called politicians, the same one benefiting from the system, instead of feeding the poor, hungry masses. And then there's another 35 billion that was given to judiciary. I know a lot of you are not aware of all these numbers that we are calling out, and that's why we do the research. Because when a mother is busy in the market trying to find the meal for the next day, you don't know that you participating in election has kept you the way you are, have kept your children from not being able to go back to school. Because they will come into a place where you're selling akara and join you to fry akara during election, just for you to feel like they're part of you. You're there clapping, hey, whoa, he says, hey, whoa, look at her down to earth. No, no. It's all a decoy. It's all a decoy for you to go to that election and give him power to keep you where you are. The worst part is that you may not even be able to fry the akara that you were frying before he came to your location, because the beans is so expensive. And then we look at the Southeast. We are talking about the basis for Nigerian challenges and crises. There's agitation for freedom and independence. And we know the people that are pretending to lead our people to freedom, that know this information about the Constitution being the problem, how they work hard to hide it from our people. And when we say they are the agent of Nigerian state, people will think we are kidding. Tell me how someone came to bring freedom. You know what freedom, what pathway your people need to go, and you literally lead them to their damnation. I don't have any names to call you. You can call your name, self-names. We keep every day, they remind us that we are the conquered people of the Southeast, and we are hunted down like animals in the bush. Our youths are being destroyed every day. These are children that we know that are capable of doing the undoable, that can think beyond challenges. And yet we have reduced them to people that anybody can tie their hands on their back and burn them and do whatever you guys do to them. Our so-called future. And then you look at the ones that are doing all these things, they don't have any plans for our people. Politicians fund anarchy all over the country. You see them, they will come out on TV from nowhere and say, oh, release this one, release that person, release that person. What about our children that are locked up in every dungeon in Nigerian prison? What about them? Who's going to release them? The politicians, the elders. Who's going to release those ones? Because of one man, our boys, our young men should perish in prison. What effort are you guys making to get those children out and rehabilitate them? As if it's not bad enough, they continue to make our people sit at home. We have our sisters back home that we're in contact with. And one of the biggest impediment that they're complaining about is that sit at home. Whatever, anything that is left of them, they say that sit at home is equivalent to kwashiorkor in their eyes, especially for the mothers. So you're here talking about, oh, Biafra, they killed 1 million people, they killed 20 people, oh, they gave them kwashiorkor. You are initiating another level of kwashiorkor for our mothers and their young children. Because children need protein for them to grow. missing that protein, missing that enough nutrition in less than a month, kwashiorkor has ensued. If you think it's going to take 3 years like it did in Biafra War. The only reason why it didn't happen immediately because children were being fed, even though we are at war. But now you guys have created a level of kwashiorkor for our mothers. And we don't have the medical facility to handle all of this. And then we talk about the serious constitutional grievances in the failed Lugadian experiment. We want everyone to understand that if this constitution did not go down, your life will not change. So that means you will live and go on, meet your ancestors, your children will live and go on and meet your ancestors. And we know it's world without end and nothing will change. And that's why it seems like we are every day pointing to the Constitution because it's the basis of our existence. So we allowing them to rule us with something that we did not make, to rule us with a fraudulent unitary constitution that we did not make, that did not include the constituents. It leaves us in a dire situation. And then there is a clash of civilization and dual ideology in that 1999 constitution. We look at feudalism and Sharia / constitution and democracy. It's like somebody trying to put milk in fufu and eat cereal in the morning. Just imagine it, you get to egusi, you bring milk, you put in it to go and eat. That's what we've been marinating in. And we'll pretend like all is well. The 68 exclusive item list in that constitution will decide if you live or die. There's no other way to describe it. It will decide if you live or die. It will decide if your land will belong to you. It will decide if the oil will belong to you. It will decide if it will decide whatever they want it to decide for you. So that's what we cannot no longer afford to engage in motopark discussion or one money discussion, beer parlor discussion. It's not funny anymore, my people. It's not funny. We have to do better. Thank you.
And they talk about motopark discussion. You see our people, they don't know anything about the situation. They will go online saying things that they have no clue about, as if they are sure of it. Whoever told them that if you don't know about something, you should go and be saying it? And people will think that they really know what they're saying. Please, we are begging you people, stop confusing our people. If you have not studied anything, if you don't know anything, please stop commenting on them. Stop teaching people the things that you don't know about, you don't know anything about. We're talking about the basis for Nigerian challenges and crises. Thank you so much, my sister. So, rule of law is a product of the Constitution. Like my sister said, we did not make the Constitution. What we have was imposed on us. Meanwhile, you're supposed to get rule of law from the Constitution. That's how it is. So the Constitution is the mold from which laws are made. They can block. Then the block, whatever shape of that container that you used to put the bricks. Sorry for those that don't understand it, but I'm trying to say it in Igbo so my people understand it, because we need them to understand it. We are not English people, we are Igbo people, we speak Igbo. So sometimes we'll put Igbo for them so that they can understand what to explain it. So that mold, for molding block, you see that any block you mold, it has to take the shape of the mold that you use, the masons use to mold blocks. If it's small, it will be small. If it's long, it will be long. That's how the Constitution is. The Constitution is the mold where they get laws. So if the law is one that doesn't have like no justice, if your constitution is not the one, like military constitution, is not the people's constitution, the law that you're going to have will be something like that. They will be posing everything on you. So you can't have good governance except you have appropriate constitution. Constitution is a product of rule of law. What did I say? Good governance is a product of rule of law. Rule of law is a product of constitution. So you see how it goes. Rule of law is a product of the Constitution. Then good governance is a product of rule of law. It means that if rule of law is not possible, Where are you going to get good governance? For those that are shouting good governance, you can't have good governance if there's no rule of law. That's how it is. There's no rule of law or justice under an imposed constitution. We told you people that the people did not make the constitution. The people, the constituent members, that's why it's called constitution. Constituent members of a union are the ones that make constitution and say, this is how we want to live. These are the terms and conditions. From there, you now have rule of law and then justice and order. If the constitution was imposed, then you can have good governance and you can have rule of law. Meanwhile, the politicians and their agents are waving flags, APC, PDP, Labour, this one, while our people are dying. They are more interested in making money. When you hear them talk, even Obasanjo, he said that they are empty in their brain. Meanwhile, he's the one that brought most of them inside the place. He himself, I don't know whether there's anything inside. Because as we talk, you see some of the things that he did. You see, empty brain is calling another person empty brain. Association of Empty Brain Leaders. In the days ahead, poverty will increase. Why? Because no foreign investor will put taxpayers' money in a disputed project like Nigeria. They are reading, they are following. You people are not reading, they are reading. You see, they're coming to sign MOU, come and do this. This one is the bragadabra. Like, the more you look, the less you see. It's show they're doing. They're not going to invest anything. Because for you to invest, the people that they are partners, they will ask questions. They don't throw money anyhow. These foreign investors are not people that throw money. They want to make profit. So they're going to ask, what is the rule of law in Nigeria? They will ask, what is the judicial system like? What is their security before we can invest? What of the law on investment? What do you have? Nobody builds on a sinking sand. So they will ask these questions. They are not just going to, no. That's why I will tell you that they're deceiving you. When they tell you they will do this, they will do that. It's all deception. So that they'll continue to siphon resources, steal and share with their friends. Now their wives, they are models. Even if they have wife before, they'll go and marry another one for the politics era. And then she will go and fix extra bum, fix extra eyes, extra nose. This is where the money is going to, where the people are hungry. They're on social media, flaunting cars, flaunting this. Hey, my husband did this, my husband did that. That's the type of leaders you have. Very irresponsible, wicked and reckless. I've never seen this group of human beings anywhere. Which country is it that the wives of politicians are the ones modeling on social media? Cars, dresses, where? And the poor people are there looking well and clapping hands. Yes, the wife is good, it's beautiful. Is that what they send them there to do? You think that is leadership?